to you live from Warehouse 23 on the waterfront of the Columbia River. High Five Media presents Hello Vancouver! With special guests, Project Transformation, Stacey Graham from the Humane Society for Southwest Washington, Stephanie Strickland from KGW, musical guest Opera Quest Northwest, and now, here's your host. She's waiting for her payout from Fox News, Temple Lentz, everybody!
I'm Temple Lentz, and this is Hello Vancouver, your live talk show about life here on this side of the river. Thank you so much for joining us. So, the Boston Marathon was Monday. Did you hear about what Adidas did? No? They sent an email to finishers that said, "Congrats. You survived the Boston Marathon." I know! Seriously, actually happened. Apparently Adidas hired United's PR company. And in news that just happened today, did you guys hear? Bill O'Reilly's looking for a job. Apparently he spent a little too much time in the no spin zone and not enough in the no hands zone. Thank you. Of course, what I'm most looking forward to is I'm wondering what job he's going to get in Trump's administration. Well, they may have to create a department for him. I'm thinking maybe the Women's Health Department. So, super rainy. Oh my God, it's like pouring outside. Thank you guys for braving it. Yeah, seriously, because these are the kind of nights when I would be at home in my pajamas. So thank you so much for coming out and joining us. Yeah. We did have this tiny little glimpse over the weekend of sun, and it was really nice to know that spring is coming. It's on its way. Hang in there. It will be here soon. Although, with all the rain we've been having, the bridge lifts have been ridiculous. I got stuck on the bridge today, and I actually live and work here. So, but thankfully, the state legislature, our Washington State legislature, just passed a bill to restart talk about getting a new I-5 bridge. Yeah. And it's bipartisan, and even our Congresswoman, Jamie Herrera Butler, says that she thinks it's going to get funding. So we're moving forward. Now, it failed a few years ago for a few reasons. One of the main ones was that a few Republican state senators, including our very own friend of the show, Dunn Benton, I don't know how you feel about it, though. So Benton helped kill the funding for it at the state level, which then had a domino effect, killing the Oregon state funding, killing the federal funding. And one of the main arguments that some of the opponents used was this idea of fear of the crime train. Because we all know that there's one thing that Portland criminals are waiting for, and it's a $2 ride on public transit.
True. Very true.
And don't they know? Everybody takes Uber now anyway. Now today, the Oregon legislature did say they got burned so badly when this whole thing failed before that they're not fully ready to jump on board yet. Which made me think of something that I read where kids these days, oh my God, I actually just said that seriously.
I can't either. Oh my gosh,
kids these days are using Spotify playlists to break up with each other. I don't know if any of you, this was like some small story that I saw, but basically they're spelling out the reason for the breakup using the song titles. So I thought, when the bridge project ended, it was kind of like the breakup of a really long dysfunctional relationship. So if the kids are using Spotify to break up, can adults use it to try to get back together? So we here at Hello Vancouver put together a playlist for our Washington and Oregon legislators to show that we're really invested in this relationship. So think of this, dear legislators. Where were you when I needed you? Heaven knows I'm miserable now. I'm stuck like glue in a traffic jam, looking out the window at the rising water. Can we build a bridge There's more than one way. We went so far. In spite of all the damage, I know we can make it. I just can't take this crosstown traffic. If I could put time in a bottle, I'd spend it building bridges. Time is running out. Don't stop believing. We can work it out. How soon is now? So we're gonna send that to the legislators and hope they give it a listen. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one of the people who did manage to kill the bridge earlier was a friend of the show, Dunn Benton, who's a former state senator. Those of you who are recurring visitors to Hello Vancouver know that we do get to talk about him a lot because he just keeps on coming. He was a former state senator. He then went on to run the Clark County Environmental Services Department into the ground. And then he rode Trump's large, gorgeous coattails all the way to DC. But apparently, the one thing that follows Benton around is the fact that nobody likes working with him. I mean, they hated him in the Senate. They hated him in Clark County. He just got removed from the EPA because they hate him there. And the one place that Donald Trump could find to put him was in the Selective Service. Putting a man who's never been in the military in charge of the draft, well, it sounds a lot like putting somebody who's never recycled a plastic bottle in charge of environmental services. But we do love Dunn Benton here.
It's true.
Because he is the gift that keeps on giving. Every spring at Hello Vancouver, we think we're finally done and able to stop talking about him. But like a bad rash, he keeps coming back. So every spring, we have been able to bring back this picture.
3 years in a row, Temple. 3 in a row.
I like looking at this photo now, though, in the lens of 2016 and 17, and thinking about Sean Spicer in that bunny costume. All right. With politicians like Dunn Benton, it's easy to see why people get so disillusioned and cynical about politics. I mean, we need some real leaders who are invested in the community and who are willing to branch out and dig in for some really hard work. So we have a kind of important announcement for you guys. There is a new candidate in town. And it's a total surprise. I think we've managed to keep a lid on it.
We have, I think so.
This is one of the best candidates we've seen in years.
I mean, years.
And they decided to make their campaign announcement with us here today. So please, take a look. Are you tired of the same old politicians and their empty promises? Are you looking for real, solid leadership? It's time for a change, Vancouver. It's time for an elected official with maturity. Vote for a candidate with roots in the community, a candidate who has withstood the test of time. Vote for the old apple tree for Vancouver City Council, sowing the seeds of change.
This commercial was paid for by the Friends of the Old Apple Tree, 2017.
We're pretty excited about it.
Temple, you won't believe this. I mean, we really missed out. The old apple tree just showed up in the lobby and dropped off his campaign buttons.
The old apple tree is at every event.
DJ No, he's everywhere. So DJ NoHo's got the buttons for the campaign. We don't have a lot, but this is your chance. We have some volunteers that are going to help pass them around. If you want the first, right off the press, campaign buttons for the old apple tree.
Old Apple Tree, Vancouver City Council, 2017.
This is big. We're running the campaign, so we're excited about it.
Yeah, we're really excited.
This is going to be big.
Yeah. Look for the debates later this year. So, in addition to, because some of you might have not have heard why I just laughed and barked like that, Pat Gelada just said I should get to the core of it.
Oh.
Well, let's take a bite out of this show. We have a great show for you tonight. We have Stephanie Strickland from KGW and Digital Trends. We have Stacey Graham from the Humane Society with some special canine guests and their people. Ooh. We have Opera Quest Northwest. We have Project Transformation, and we have a brand new Hello History for you. So thank you to all of you for coming. Thanks once again to all of our volunteers who make this possible. We really couldn't do it without you. And now we're going to bring up our first guest, but Jim and Nolan have a few words from our sponsors as we do the transition.
Thank you to Warehouse 23, Vancouver's hottest new event space. Let's give it up for Warehouse 23. We're grateful to Mark Mathias and the Warehouse 23 crew for supporting Hello Vancouver. Make sure you visit the restaurant after the show or the next time you're looking for a great place to eat with the best view in town. Check them out.